YouTube, how you guys doing? So, as you guys know, I always like to start my videos by saying thank you for listening to me, most importantly, and watching my videos, right? And today's no different, right? I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for really just taking your time to watch the video, and hopefully I can educate at least one person. All right, that is the goal. All right, more is better, but one person will be good. Now, this will be a video sequence, right, of 3 videos. There's going to be a part 1, which is this one, and then there's going to be a part 2, and then a part 3. So, if you had a chance to, I don't know if you've seen this video yet, but it's a video that I've done, a few weeks ago, and the title was Understanding removing something from your credit report versus deleting something from your credit report. They are 2 totally different things. And I had a gentleman that actually left me a comment by the name of Jay Camden. Hopefully it's okay to say your name. Jay Camden says that asks if I can actually do a sequence of video by really showing the process of repairing your credit and the determining factor of the things that could be playing a major role of tanking your credit score, and also giving a solution to those particular determining factors that's causing a major problem in your credit report. I thought it was a phenomenal request. So I take it upon myself to say, you know what, I need to do a 3-part video. So I decided to move forward and do that. So why don't we talk about it? So again, the request came from someone who made a comment, wanted to see the process of repairing your credit from start to actual finish, right? How to start the process, what all you would need, and the determining factor of the things that's playing a major role, and also the solution to those determining factor. Now, from the start, you are going to commit, right? You need to commit. Why? Because credit repairing takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes commitment. It takes effort, most importantly, right? So as long as you're willing to commit and really focus on the things that needs to be taken care of, and I will give you everything that you need. Now, keep in mind, everyone is a case-by-case basis, right? There's no one solution, fix all. Right? Because there are 5 categories that make up your credit score. It's not just one. Most people know of the one, just the payment history, which is pay your bills on time. In fact, it is the highest category. It accounts for 35% of your credit score, but it's only one category. You have 4 other categories that you can benefit from, which is the utilization category, a good mixture of credit, inquiries, and new lines of credit, right? Those are the 5 categories. You have to capitalize on all of them because everyone starts with the 300 score and you could go up to 850, right? So the very first thing you are going to need for the process, which is what we're going to discuss today, is to start the process of looking at a real credit report. So I actually have a real credit report right here in front of me, and I find one that needs a lot of work. This is actually a real credit report, someone that are actually working and helping. So they have quite a few things in their credit report. Unfortunately, I cannot show you that information due to the law and also confidentiality. Just keeping that stuff private, keeping personal information private. But we will get started today on the actual start. And in the second video, which will be part 2, and hopefully you subscribe to the channel. If you are, please make sure you turn on your bell your notification bell. If you haven't, please consider subscribe, as this is going to be a 3-part video. So whenever I drop part 2, which is the determinant factor, so you can know what's going on and watch that video. And in the 3rd part, which is the last part, the solution to all the determinant factors. Okay, so with that being said, the very first thing you are going to need, again, everyone is a case by case. What may be hurting your credit score, it may be something different for me based on the 5 category. So, but I will give you enough information where I'm sure more than 100% you will fall under one of the categories. But for the purpose of the video today, let's just get started on the process of what you need to get the process started. So, with that being said, you need a detailed credit report, right? Because there's no sense of you try to work on your credit if you don't know what's wrong, right? A detailed credit report is what's going to tell you exactly what is wrong with your credit, right? Why your credit is stinking, why your score is the way that it is. Okay, so, and if you don't have a detailed credit report, please look on the comment. Look on the detailed description of this particular video. I will give you a link where you get a free detailed credit report. In fact, it is the same exact one that we use to do consultations with people that need our help. So click on it. You just got to sign up and get your free credit report, as it is the most important part. You need a detailed credit report. Again, if you don't have one, look in the comment. There's a link there. Get you a free detailed credit report, 100% free. Okay, so once you have, and I'm assuming that you currently have a detailed credit report, so the first thing you are going to need to do is to look under the personal information category. There should be tabs of when you log in to whatever site, or if you use the credit report that I just gave you down below, there are tabs that say personal information, collection, and all your accounts. So under the personal information, we want to make sure the personal information is indeed 100% accurate and 100% correct. The reason being, because there are a lot of fraud out there. We don't want anybody else to be using our personal information, opening wrong accounts under our credit, which hurt our credit. We want to make sure your name spelled correctly, your first name, if you have a middle name, that too, and your last name. Your date of birth, we want to make sure that is 100% correct, right? So look through it to make sure, right? And then you should have previous addresses and previous jobs or current job as well. So a lot of people doesn't know this, okay? Your previous address, if you haven't lived there for more than 2 years, it needs to be off your credit. Okay, and the way we will go about doing that, either we write a letter to the credit bureau, or we could use a day to actually call them and have them removed to update that information. It has a great impact on your credit score as well, right? Previous job, if you haven't worked at this previous job, it should stay right there under the personal information, right under your current address, your previous address. You should see where it said jobs, right? So look through it. Make sure that it is only the current job that you are working at. If there's any other job that's in your credit report, employers that you haven't worked for the last 2 years, they need to also be removed. Okay, that's the process of the journey of getting your healthy credit. You want to make sure the personal information is correct. Again, you want to make sure your name, your date of birth, and all of that stuff is 100% correct. Your previous address, if you haven't lived there over 2 years, you need to get that readjusted. And also your previous employers, if you haven't worked for 2 years there, they need to also get readjusted to only the current one. Okay? It has a great effect on your credit score. That's the number one thing, and that's the first thing, okay, that you need to make sure. So right below the personal information, you are going to see, and I'm looking at my the credit report too, that way I'll make sure I'm going line for line, right? So right below your personal information, you are going to see the different accounts that you have. It will tell you the total accounts that you have, and then right next to it, it should tell you how many collections you have, slash bad accounts. It should be marked in red, right? But nonetheless, it should actually state that, you know, accounts of collections, right, out of the total amount. Okay, so we want to go into the collection accounts, right? If you click on that tab, or if you like me, you print one out, then you're gonna have to go through all the accounts to find the ones that are in collections. Okay, so you want to click on that collection account so it could take you straight to that particular category. So all your collection. In this case, with this individual that I'm looking at, they have 12 different collections, right? The 12 different collection. I see late payments. I see collections. I see there was a bankruptcy. So, and I see a lot of there's 12 total accounts there, right? So those are the those are the determining factor. In fact, those are the things that we are going to talk about on the second part of the video. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It would greatly appreciate and help the channel grow. But also, you know, like the video to help other people find this content that you're currently watching, right? Help one, teach one. Okay, so in the second video, we are going to talk about the determining factor of the things that are hurting your credit, which is the collection box of things, right? So in the credit report, just to finish this up, just look, once you find the actual collection account, so we're going to go into detail what you need to look for, things you need to make sure that is correct so we can actually fix them on the last and third video. So if you look on the bottom of the credit report, you will see that a phone number for the variety of accounts that you have within the total that we talked about from the beginning. You will see the phone numbers, the actual agencies that you need to contact to talk to in regards to trying to get those things removed. So this will be the very first thing you need is actually the credit report, right? Within the credit report, the personal information, and then the accounts that you have in collections. So we will discuss those accounts in collection. But again, the number one thing is the credit report, the detailed credit report. That's what you need. If you don't know what's in it, then you don't know what to fix. All right, so for the purpose of this video, we're already at 12 minutes. I'm gonna keep it at that, but this is the starting of the process. Having the detailed credit report and know what to fix out of it is the personal information. We wanna get that taken care of, and also the accounts, the number of accounts that you have, and the ones particularly that the determining factors are the one that's actually in collections. So those are the one we're going to talk about on the second part of the video. Please consider subscribe to help this channel grow, but also turn on the notification bell so you can get the second part of this series of 3 videos. Thank you for watching. Again, if you need a credit report, look on the comments. You'll see a link that I'll leave in there for you to go and get you a detailed credit report. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in part 2.